Sounds broken.
Most likely, sir. I'll bet it was something nice, though.
What is up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the ridiculously ruthless Dr. Disaster. And you guys probably know it by now, but I am a schadenfreude enthusiast. A bunch of us have been trying to say that Gearbox does not respect its customer base, and now, to a lot of people, after Borderlands 4 has been socked with a pretty negative review score on Steam to start off with, I get to say my favorite three-word phrase.
I told you! Yep. I told you!
The Conan O'Brien clip from the other day ought to have been the sign that everyone needed that Borderlands 4 was broken. In case you missed it, they did a promotional video with Conan O'Brien playing the game and it crashed on him. Here is the clip in case you missed it.
Wait, what?
We just went to...
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, you crashed the game?
How?
I
crashed the game!
I've never seen this crash
This is fantastic.
I've never seen this crash.
I crashed the game. Sorry, Borderlands 4.
That's f***ing not good.
I like how in that clip, they try to save face for the game by making it seem like it's Conan's fault that the game crashed. But the CEO of Gearbox, Randy Pitchford, tried to make everybody feel better about the performance of the game, claiming that a day one patch was going to fix everything. But if you look here, the max concurrent player count for Borderlands 4 is pretty darn good, sitting at over 200,000 players at its max thus far. Apparently, Randy Pitchford's campaign to get people to ignore the poor performance has worked, as a lot of people have been fooled into buying the game.
Nothing to see here!
You seem trustworthy.
At the end of the day, though, Borderlands is a massive franchise with a rabid fan base, so it is not surprising to see them doing this well. But what is hilarious is seeing this right here, where people are calling the game Stutterlands because of how shitty the thing runs. But hey, for the people who can get the game to work, it sounds like Borderlands 4 is reasonably solid. It's just amazing to me how many people are willing to drop $70 on a game whose developers' promises that it will work boil down to some fuzzy math.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I've had a lot of people tell me that they have been unwillingly unsubscribed to the channel, so make sure that you check on that. And there's been a lot of talk about restricted mode being automatically enabled for a lot of users on YouTube, which would cut you off from a lot of your favorite channels. So don't forget to check into that as well, and to turn it off if it has been turned on. But let's look into what is going on with Borderlands 4. First of all, for full context about the performance issues that we're hearing about with this game, let's look at how well the game needs to sell in order for it to be considered a success. To start with, the player count on Steam, which will almost certainly rise as the launch weekend progresses, it looks like Borderlands has a shot at overtaking Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which released earlier this year, to a concurrent player count of about 256,000 players on the Steam platform. That's a good thing for Gearbox because they really need to outperform that game. After a little over half a year, Kingdom Come is estimated to have sold somewhere around 4 million units. Now, for a game like Kingdom Come, which had a budget of about $50 million, that is a really good sales figure. But for Borderlands 4, this would not work at all. A few months ago, Randy Pitchford said that the budget of Borderlands 4 was over twice the cost of Part 3. And Borderlands 3 had a reported development budget of about $140 million, meaning that the development budget for Part 4 is somewhere in the neighborhood of $300 million at a bare minimum. And with all of the advertisements that I have seen for this game over the past couple weeks, I would be shocked if the marketing budget for this game was not well over the industry standard for major AAA games of $100 million. But even if it is only $100 million, that means that this game needs to make back $400 million in order to break even. And if they don't blow Kingdom Come Deliverance 2's numbers out of the water, it is hard to see that happening. You see, at an average unit price of $70 per copy sold, Gearbox takes home $52.50 because the platforms where the game is sold, whether it's Steam or the Xbox Store or whatever, they take an average cut of 25%. This means that for every million copies sold, Gearbox makes $52 million roughly, so they would need to sell somewhere between 7.5 million and 8 million copies at full price in order to reach a break-even point. And if they aren't pacing way ahead of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which took 6 months to reach somewhere in the ballpark of 4 million in sales, then they might be in trouble at Gearbox, because of course, the biggest spike in a game's sales happen in its launch weekend, and after that it slows down to a trickle. They see spikes with the holidays, of course, but Borderlands 4 really needs positive word of mouth this weekend, and as you can see from the headline of this article here, they are not getting it from gamers. Of course, over on Metacritic, the media shills aren't saying anything about performance, they're just calling the game really good with almost no mention of the stuttering, but as the headline of this article from Insider Gaming reads, Borderlands 4 dubbed Stutterlands as negative reviews pour in on Steam. And then the article says, Borderlands 4 has debuted after many months of intense promotions and marketing campaigns from 2K and Gearbox, and fans everywhere are sinking their teeth into the first seamless open-world game in the series. Not everyone is enjoying it though, and on Steam in particular, the negative reviews are coming hard and fast. In the hours after Borderlands 4's release, thousands of reviews cropped up, 41% of which are negative. They're mostly bagging on the game's optimization and performance on PC, which isn't looking good. Now, as I said the other day, this sounds an awful lot like Monster Hunter Wilds and their situation with their bad optimization, where a major studio released a poorly optimized game with promises to fix it, but Monster Hunter sold 10 million copies in its first month, drawing people in before talk of this poor performance had really festered. Much to Gearbox's detriment, this time people may be primed to look for this sort of thing, but as the article continues, Borderlands 4 has a few niggly issues that players are struggling to contend with. For console players, it's elements like a missing POV slider, but for PC players, it's sometimes the inability to play the game, period. The most upvoted review on Steam is a negative one, with the user writing, "None of my friends can get the game to start past main menu. When you quit and restart, it doesn't close the original instance and it still uses full memory. It doesn't matter how good the game is, AAA devs deserve low reviews on their games until they learn to release working titles. Indie devs release working games, but multi-million-dollar companies can't? Pathetic." And that's exactly the thing. These AAA studios do not respect their consumers. Gearbox pumped out $400 million to make this game, and it doesn't even work for a massive chunk of the players. And the best we are getting is some vague promise that a day one patch will fix it all. If it was that simple to fix, then why not fix it beforehand? This reminds me an awful lot of Ubisoft releasing their buggy and poorly performing games. The trick is, though, for a studio like that to lure people in to buy their game before word spreads that it's a piece of shit. I'm certain that in the next few hours we will get word from Gearbox that they have sold 1 or 2 million copies in the first day or so of the game's release. The question is, though, how many more people will be convinced to buy into it before the game gets fixed? But I'm going to leave leave it there. Drop your disdain for unfinished games being released into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.